I think we're live. I think we're live. Hello, how are you? Because I think this usually comes on like a little bit before it says we're live. We're live because I got caught last week, just kind of standing there like waiting, but I was actually live. So hey, what's going on? How are you? Dr. Dave here, the RV dummy. What is happening, guys? It's turning out to be a Sunday evening get together with my RV friends and viewers and subscribers. I usually don't plan for these because this is your time to ask questions, interact. Plantiful Life, how are you doing? You're the first commenter. Yes, RV Butterfly is back, yay! So I usually just keep it open for your questions. Jim, what's going on? Jim, the dude, what's going? Nettie is here. It's so great. This is such a great family. It's unbelievable. Wonderful RV family made up of people that are RVing now or want to RV in the future, learning more about it, but we're all one big family. This is fantastic. I just feel so good to have you here. I'm drinking my green tea. There's Pete Anderson. How are you doing, Pete? Great to see you too, my friend. So what I was saying, hi, Wilma, how you doing? Hey, how's it going? Good to see you back again too. As I said, this is just I feel like we're family here. Now, first things first, hey, Outdoor Nomad, what's going on? Steve, Steve. So right off the bat, we're going to say, hey, and I think I said hi to Pete too. Yes, so right off the bat, I want to make sure you guys are clear because I don't want to get trolled on this. I'm not in my RV. My RV is parked right outside, but it's cold tonight. It's actually getting cold here in Salt Lake, and I want to be inside where it's kind of warm. You notice I got my long sleeves on and everything. So Radical Joy is hitting the road full time on October 1st. Let's all give Radical Joy a good luck and kind of like a bon voyage, good luck. And I'm so honored that you're here tonight with us, hanging, Radical Joy. So the first thing I want to do is, Roads of Life is here. Robert made it, and Roads of Life, keep that name in mind, Roads of Life, because you're going to be seeing, this is like a little tease, a little hint. You're going to be seeing a little bit more of this character RV channel, Roads of Life. Just keep that in the back of your mind there. His name is Robert. Just kind of tuck it away there. You'll find out what I'm talking about sooner rather than later. RV Butterfly, the 3 feet of snow in Montana. Well, thank goodness I'm not in Montana now. We're here in Salt Lake, but we're starting to get snow in the mountains actually, up there in the mountains. But so a few things. First of all, first and foremost, I want to thank you all so much for your feedback on my last video about the trolls. I did it as a rant because like I said, I wasn't even sure I was going to publish that. But I felt like pressing record and just recording the video at the very least and just see what happens. And I spoke from my heart. I really did. And when all was said and done, when I replayed it and looked at it and tried to evaluate whether this would be something for my channel, I thought it would be good. And you guys really, really, I don't really want to say came to my rescue because I didn't really need to be rescued because the trolls are never going to stop me. They try, but they're not going to stop me. But you guys gave me, what you mainly did, you gave me love and you gave me confirmation that what I'm doing is really helping people. You know, when you're on this end of the microphone and the camera and you're speaking, you don't really, maybe you don't know exactly how many lives you're touching, if you're really helping people, if you're really helping people change and live the life they want to, whether it's RVing or maybe not RVing, but anything in life. You never really know. But the confirmation that I got from you guys that, wow, you're Dr. Dave, and yeah, Dr. Dave, yeah, we can call me Dr. Dave because again, it's not from a point of elitist. I'm not an elitist. Those of you that know me, I'm not an elitist at all. That's my title. That's all it is. It's just a flippant title. That's all it is. But for you guys reaching out to me and saying, like, hey, you don't know how much I've learned from you, and you're funny. I didn't even know it was funny. I don't think I'm that funny, but so many have said, yeah, you're funny, and and I love your channel. So it made me feel so good. It was just confirmation that these trolls are just trying to whack me out, and they're never going to win. But I got to share something with you before we move on, and I'm happy to take questions from you. Yes, you are funny, Dr. Dave. RV Butterfly, I don't know. I don't know if I'm funny. I'm not sure. But I got to share something with you. This is just bizarre. So after that whole video I did on the trolls and how they need a life and how I got this. 99% of the comments I got were like super, super positive. Dr. Dave, thanks so much. On and on and on. But I don't know if any of you saw this because I ripped it down within minutes. But I got this comment from definitely a troll. He goes by the name of the channel, The Ewings. The Ewings. Now, I ripped it down. I deleted it and blocked him from the channel. But I printed it out and I saved it in a Word document because it was like so unbelievable. So unbelievable after what I wrote. This guy went on to say, he told me that, look, he doesn't have a lot of time to wade through BS in a video. He wants people to get right to the point, cut the crap out. He's got no time. He's very busy. And meanwhile, let me show you what he did. This is not made up. He sent me, I just titled it Hate Mail, but I don't know if this is backwards to you, but basically I printed it out. This is his comment to me about my channel, about all the improvements that I need to do on my channel. I mean, it's like an essay. It's like a college essay. I mean, he's not that smart, but it's a college essay. He's telling me all these little things that I need to do better because all these other channels are doing them better. And he said, like, sitting at 7,000 subscribers is not good enough. Why shouldn't I have 25,000? Well, this is unbelievable. This is the stuff I have to deal with on kind of a daily basis. So I wrote back. We had a little bit of exchange back and forth. That's what I mean, Jim. From somebody that says he's very, very busy. That's what I said to him. And he's no time. He had the time to write what's equivalent to like a 3-page essay. I was going to read some of it to you, but it's not even worth it. It's not even. Let me tell you something, Nettie. It was just so unbelievable. He's so off. This guy is like, and then it's another. So what I usually do if somebody tries to tell me, hey, you got to do something better, I always go back and look to see how many subscribers they have on YouTube, and he has zero subscribers. So again, I said to him, let's see, Roads of Life. Robert said, I have 39 subscribers, which is about 39 more than I thought I'd have, and that's including family. Well, Roads of Life. So I'm referring to Roads of Life as Robert because I know him personally now, and it's kind of a long story how this took place. But you're going to be seeing more of him very, very soon, sooner than you may think. But yeah, somebody that has no time on their hands, they're very, very busy, and they write 3 pages of hate towards me, disguised as I'm just trying to help you. I love it when somebody is like a troll and they give you a really hard time, but it's disguised as I'm trying to help you. Ridiculous. I'm going to answer questions. It's so great to have all you guys here. I really appreciate it. It's going to be tough for me if the questions are scrolling fast. I might just pick one or here or there, because I've got a couple other things I want to share with you tonight too that I think are pretty cool. Yeah, Pete, I was going to say that's the thing for somebody to. I mean, when I was in college, it took me days to write like an essay like this. So for somebody that says he's busy this guy I think has more time on his hands than he'd like to admit, and he's got nothing to do other than troll channels and act like he's the expert consultant and telling everybody what to do. It's crazy. But anyway, I'm opening up for questions. I do want to share something with you. One of my followers I don't know if you guys are following this guy or not. His channel is called Matt's RV Reviews. I think he was on last Sunday. We had a little exchange. So he seems like a really, really good guy. Matt's RV Reviews. He came out with a video today. I was watching it. He's unveiling or doing a review on a Coachman Class B Plus RV. I watched this video. I got to tell you something. It looks really cool. Now, I'm going to go back and revisit the video. I'm not really in the market for an RV right now. I'm personally not, and I certainly wouldn't buy new, as I always tell people. We're very happy with our Class B, our regular Class B. It's 20 feet. It's a Pleasureway XL 2007. Yeah, the chassis is 2006, and the build out is 2007. Oh, Desmond is here. So Desmond, hold on again. Everybody look at Desmond's name, because Desmond is somebody else I want to talk about just a couple seconds. A really good guy who I've come to know personally as well. There's a reason I want to share something about Desmond as well. So Desmond, you stay on here too. We're going to have some fun with this. This is going to be great. But I would recommend, if you can, go ahead and I don't have a link right now, but just if you do a search for Matt's RV Reviews on YouTube, his latest video, the Coachman Class B Plus, it looks pretty cool. It's 24 feet in length. They've done a lot of cool things. It's got this tremendous, like kind of under storage area, which is like large enough almost for like a second bedroom. It's pretty cool. Check it out. Okay, so one thing, the reason Des is here, I told him I'm going to be going live. I want to share something to you guys. I'm going to be doing a video fairly soon on, because I've had this idea. I've become a minimalist, and that means I don't have a lot of things. I don't have a lot of clothes, especially. I learned that wearing the same things a lot really works for me. Now, having said that, I've realized that there's a few articles of clothing that are really, really good and comfortable to RV in. They're just comfortable to drive in. They're really good as far as not getting very dirty or smelling, and you can use them for like many days in a row, including underwear too. Believe it or not, some of these. So I'm going to actually do a show on what Dr. Dave recommends as far as like really good, comfortable clothes to RV in. But I also want to share something with you, because I've had something else that I wear whenever I'm RVing, and actually 24/7 basically, except if I'm taking a bath or a shower. I've had these beads, not including this one right here. So let's kind of slide this, but these two beads right here, I've gotten them from my friend whose name is Desmond. He's right there, Desmond W. And he's got a little online bead business. I believe it's, unless he's changed the name, I believe it's called Beads by Des. Now, don't worry about that yet, because I'm going to be doing a show on this. But Des is making me a very special, and these both came from Des, and I wear them every day, and they give me a tremendous amount of energy. Plus, they just feel really good, and I feel good with them. I get special energy. I really do believe this. Now, Des is in the process of, yes, Steve, that is Des Beads. Yes, that's the same guy. He was on from Periscope, the Periscope days, right? That's Des. So, Des, you probably remember Steve Moore from the Periscope days. Well, that's Outdoor Nomad now. He's got a YouTube channel, which, by the way, is really good. Check it out. But Des is making me up a special beaded bracelet. It's going to be this really cool looking blue. Des, you might want to help me on this, because I don't remember the name of the stone. But really cool blue stones that I'm going to be wearing all the time, especially when I'm in the RV. Now, I thought of something pretty cool. I'm going to try these out. They should be coming to my home here very soon. He's shipping them to me probably as we speak, if he hasn't shipped them yet. As soon as I get them, I'm going to share them with you and show you. I think it would be pretty cool if we kind of had like the RV dummy look, because I'm going to test them out and make sure they're good before I recommend them, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be good. And kind of like, we'll be recognizing people that are like RV dummy followers and friends and fans by the little blue beaded bracelet Des is going to be making for me. So that's why I'm saying hang in there. I'm going to be getting them soon. I'm going to try them out, make sure they're comfortable, make sure they look good, make sure they're giving me the right amount of energy. And then, so it's a solid sodalite beaded stone with onyx. He showed me the picture already. I'm excited. I can't wait to get these. I think I've had a lot of different beaded bracelets over the last, Des, would you say like 3 years or so? I believe these are going to be my #1 favorite for sure. So I'm waiting for them to come. When I get them, I'm going to show you. And if you're interested, I'll give you the information to get them. They're very, very, very reasonable. But I think we're going to have like a little, it's almost going to be like a little handshake. Like, hey, I'm a member of the RV Dummy. I'm a friend of the RV Dummies. I've got the blue beaded bracelets that the RV Dummy is going to be. It'll be just, I think it'll be kind of cool. Sodalite, metaphysic, talisman, sharpens, creativity and focus. I need that. I need my focus and creativity sharpened. So that's why Des is sending me these beads, and I'm going to share them on a future upcoming episode as soon as I get them. Be mechanics, keep them on point. Don't let others. I agree. That's what I'm trying to do. And here's the deal. Now, on my live shows, like when I'm starting to do a live show, I'm trying to do one every Sunday evening at this time. Depending on where I am, they might vary, but I'm trying my best. We're going to be all over the place. Topics are just going to come and go, and people ask questions. So, but I do what I do. It's my channel, and I don't let the trolls get to me. Don't worry. But thanks for that, Be Mechanic. RV Butterfly says, yes, they are. I make jewelry. It's on Etsy. Spare time gems. Cool. Everybody check that out too. RV Butterfly. We want to support our family here, so it's always appreciated. Now, I don't think anybody's actually officially asked me a question yet tonight. Oh, one more thing. I do want to say. I'm going to share one more thing with you guys, and maybe you can help me do this because I'm not really sure of the answer. This evening, when I realized, I'm going to make this happen at 10 p.m. Right now it's 8 p.m. or it's a little after 8 in Salt Lake City. But when I was ready to make it happen at 10 p.m. Eastern, I started sending out a few text messages just to a few people that I'm very close with that I knew would want to know about the show. But I didn't have most of your contact information that I could send something to you real quick. Like, okay, I'm going to be on in 5 minutes. I couldn't do that. So I want to have maybe you can help me with this. I want to have a little system that if I'm going live, I've got like a list of VIPs, people that want to have a notification sent that, hey, okay, or the RV Dummy is going live at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, be there. But I don't really have that system exactly. Like I said, I did a few hit or misses text messages, and I see a lot of the people that I texted are here tonight, which it worked. But I want to have a system where I can just pretty much press a button and anybody that's on my VIP list will get a message and will get updates as to exactly when I'm starting, or if I had to cancel a show or for some reason. I want you to be like in the loop, so to speak. So I don't really know exactly how to do this other than, email is not immediate because texting is really the way to go that's immediate, but I'm not sure exactly how to have like a whole list of, I don't want to ask you to put your phone number here because it's private, and I don't want you to think you want 500, 1,000, or 2,000 people seeing your phone number. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get your phone number so I can send a mass text out to give you notifications to let you know when I'm going live. And I'm not really sure I have that system yet. So if anybody has an idea for me, let me know. Otherwise, what we can do, I'm not sure how to do it yet, but let's say I'm working on that. So keep in touch about that. And if I come up with a system that I can send a notification out to you guys, I will do it. I was going to ask you to email me your text number, but your phone number, but I'm not so sure that's going to be, I don't know how to do it properly. I don't want to send a group text out where everybody can see everybody else's phone number. That's really not fair either. So I'm not really sure exactly how to do it. There's a way to advertise on YouTube. Yes, I do that already, but it's not as immediate as actually sending an actual text to somebody's phone, Steve. So I want like a better way to do it. I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. I was going to say something else too. What was I going to say? I was just going to say something pertaining to that. Now I forget. Yeah, Nettie, you can email me the numbers. That's fine. In fact, if you want to do it, my email address, guys, is rundrdave. The best email address for me is rundrdave@gmail. So I don't know if this is going to come through backwards or not at Gmail. Is that, if I do that, is that backwards? Can you see that, or is it backwards? Like I'm seeing it as backwards, and it's probably backwards. So, but it's rundrdave@gmail.com. It's not backwards. Oh, okay. It's only backwards on my screen. Perfect. So it's gmail.com, of course. If you want to shoot me your phone number and I can put you on my VIP list, I'm still not positive how I'm going to do it because, again, it's going to be very difficult for me to send like 50 different separate text messages every time I have an announcement. But I'm going to, at least I'll start accumulating and I'll figure it out. And I promise you, I will never, ever, ever abuse your number. I won't give it to anybody, sell it to anybody. I won't spam you. I won't do that. You know me well enough. I won't do that. It's purely to get instant notifications if I'm doing something like going live or something like that. Now, and there was something else I wanted to say, but I can't think of it now. I had something else in my mind. Oh, I know. Do me a favor. And it's a real simple favor. It'll take you a second. But somebody last week, I remember, made a comment that there's like all these people on the show, and a lot of people come and go. They're 27 on right now, but I know a lot of people come and go. So probably we've had about 50, give or take, since I started the show tonight. Take 5 seconds out of your time right now and give me a like. Click the like button right now, just to get some more action going, because I think the more likes we have, the more YouTube likes it, and the more it gets out there to the people that might be interested in the show. So give me a quick like if you can. If you don't like it, then you don't have to, but give me an honest like, which means that if you really are liking what I'm doing, what you're seeing, just click wherever it might be. Click the like button. I'm not even positive where it is. Or thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs up. It's the like button, whatever it might be. So Jim said, I have a pit bull. I can't find places to take him camping. Any ideas? Well, I'm going to give you my opinion, but if anybody else here has an idea for Jim, what I've learned over the past few years, pit bulls have had this really, unfortunately, horrible reputation because, of course, they're in the news for, they're vicious, they fight, and I've learned over the past few years that pit bulls are actually probably some of the most loving. I really mean this. Some of the most loving dogs out there. I had a really good friend. He unfortunately recently passed away, but he had 3 pit bulls, and they were just so full of love, and you could cuddle with them, and they wanted more love and more. They really are beautiful animals. The ones that are trained to fight and to maim and to kill, that's a different story. But the typical person that has a pit bull as a pet, as a dog, they're really, really good. But unfortunately, right, Blue Wave says bad owners. That's exactly right. Now, unfortunately, because of the reputation of pit bulls, they're not allowed in many campgrounds. They're not allowed in many pet-friendly hotels. There's certain breeds that are restricted. And that's kind of sad because, again, it is the owner. It's not the breed itself. It's the owner. But can anybody help Jim? He has a pit bull, cannot find a place to take him camping. If anybody has any suggestions here to help him, it would be great. I'd really appreciate it. Nettie says she had a pit bull and was sweet and loved to play and would never harm anyone. That's the norm. That is totally the norm. Of course, if you have an owner that's breeding them or training them to fight, it's a different story. Jim, I hope if you own your pit bull, I know you, Jim, personally, and I know your pit bull is probably very loving, and it's just a shame. It's a shame you can't take them camping, but I'm hoping some of my viewers here will be able to help you. I hope they will. Lots of campgrounds won't allow them. It's crazy. Yeah, so RV Butterfly said the same thing. So I would have to think that there are campgrounds that would. I think you probably just have to do your research and figure it out. But I think there would be campgrounds that would allow them. Rose of Life, so Robert, the Rose of Life is asking me the most important item to take with you when RVing. The most important item to take with you. It's a great question. And also Steve says, Jim, go boondocking when you're camping. Go boondocking where you don't have to be accountable to anybody except maybe other boondockers in the area. They're not going to care. So that's probably a very good suggestion. The most important item to take when RVing, other than my wife, Yoko. Let me think about that for a second. It's a great question. Well, and you're not counting like my iPhone, or anything electronic like that. And Boo Boo, of course, the cat, he's very important. The most important item. Well, Yoko would probably say, for her, the most important item is a very cold IPA beer or a local beer in the fridge. She would say that she loves local, like microbrews or IPA. She loves those. B Mechanic says a gun. So I'm going to keep that personal. People have asked me what I use for protection, and I'm not going to tell people, because it's like showing your hand. If I tell people what I have for protection, that kind of makes it so people know, and I don't want people to know. But so you have to decide what you want for protection. So protection, we could just say protection could be one of the most important things. Luckily, thank God, I haven't had to use any protection since I've been RVing or camping. I hope the time never comes that I'd have to, but it is important. I don't know if it'd be like the most important thing you'd bring when you're camping, but it could be looked at as important. Johnny says Trojans. Depending on who you're with, they may be very important. They could be important. Mark is, hey Mark, how you doing? I didn't know you were on, but thanks for being here, Mark. Mark is another great guy, great follower who is actually taking a road trip right now across the U.S. He's from L.A. and he's road tripping with his wife. They're I believe, in Michigan right now. He says extra water. You can never go wrong with extra water. You never know what kind of situation you're going to get into. We actually had a situation a few weeks ago at East Canyon where our hose broke, and I hadn't filled the fresh water tank, because it was one of those deals. Oh, I don't need to fill it now. I'll fill it as soon as we get to the campground. It's easy. I'll fill it there. Why should I have to travel with a whole tank full of water when I could just fill it there? So we got there. We had an empty tank and a broken hose. That's not fun. Luckily, I was able to borrow a hose from the ranger. They let me use it for the 3 days we were there, which really came in handy because there wasn't really a store any place I can get one right around there. So extra water, definitely good advice. Johnny Bangkok is saying a Glock, or I don't even know what a Sig Sauer is. I'm sorry. I don't know what a Sig Sauer is. Guaymito, Guya, I don't know how you pronounce your name, but I'm going to say Guaymito. He's saying hello, everyone. Hello to you too. Appreciate that. So I don't know if I answered your question, Robert. What's the most important thing we take when we're camping? We just got a lot of cool things we bring. Two of the most important things are, depending on the weather, but we bring camp chairs. So we're outside under the awning or around the campfire in these beautiful fold-up camp chairs that we got from REI. They're just so super comfortable. We're sitting out there and looking at the fire. So I don't know, there's like a lot of, Jared, how you doing there? Jared, we got a lot of good family members, regulars tonight. As I said when I first started, I really appreciate this. Feels like family, guys. Lisa Sweats, hey, Doc, I'm doing fine. Lisa, how are you doing? Any other tips for Robert, Roads of Life guy, who is asking what's the number one most important thing you want to bring when you're camping? He's also asking, you might have missed a question. I need advice to possibly buy a good RV. Not new, but everything I have looked at is like $80K for a used Class B. My addition to this would be how used is used. Okay, that's a fantastic question right there, because I will tell you from firsthand experience, Yoko and I bought a fantastic Class B used a year and a half ago. It was a 2006 chassis, 2007 build, Pleasureway XLTS. I've told you, I don't keep any secrets. I want to be transparent, share everything with you guys. We paid 40, it was right around 40. It was asking, okay, so I don't remember the exact number, but it was around 47,000. They were asking 50. The lowest they would go was around 46 or 47. That's what we got it for. So I got a fantastic Class B for $47,000, Robert. And now I had to look hard for it. It was an anomaly, granted, because it had extremely low mileage. And not only that, I'll tell you, it had 10,000 miles. And to this day, it only has like 20 or 22,000. But it had 10,000 miles when I bought it. This elderly couple kept it in such perfect condition perfect condition that I felt like I was buying a new RV. The only thing is they rolled the clock back like 10 years because it was 10 years old, but everything was just brand new and perfect. And he had brand new tires on it, brand new batteries. He took such good care of this. So my point is, you can find really, really good deals out there. You do not have to spend $80,000 on a used Class B. You can absolutely find something. I would say if you find something for $30,000, it's starting to get probably a little bit older or a little bit higher mileage or a little bit more worn, but they still could be good. But if you have, I think if you have $40,000 to $60,000 to spend, and you want to get a used Class B in the $40,000 to $60,000 range, you will be able to find something very, very decent. Don't get the first thing you find unless you think that's the one, but make sure you check it out, drive it on different types of conditions, different types of roads, and if you're not proficient at checking out all the RV stuff on it, hire an RV tech for an hour or two and have them go over everything and pay them for their time. It'll be probably the most worthwhile hour or 2 hours or 3 hours you would pay an RV tech, because they know exactly what to look at. They'll zero in and focus on everything that needs to be looked at before you plop down like $40,000 to $60,000 on an RV. You want to make sure it's good, and we did that. Yoko and I flew to Toledo, Ohio. We spent a day driving this thing, looking at every little part of it, talking to the owner, finding out asking questions, and we decided, yes, this is the one for us, and we bought it, and we have been so happy. So, Robert, I hope that really helps. Roads of Life, I hope that helps you. If you want to talk more offline about that, I'd be really happy to help you. Dave's smart-looking apartment. It's not an apartment, though. It's a house. It's a house. But as I said, we've become minimalistic, and we don't own anything now. Our house in Maryland is on the market for sale. This is actually rented, and we are loving it. If you looked outside the front door there, which I'm not going to do right now, there's a park, a beautiful park right across the street. We can go out there and exercise and run and walk and take Boo-Boo for walks. It's just, we love Salt Lake City. But again, we become very minimalistic, and we're not buying stuff. And I want to have the flexibility to pick up and move if we want to, change anything. So that's why right now we are renting and only renting and not doing anything else. And I am, for the first time in like decades, I think for the first time since, well, I'll tell you this, for the first time since like the early to mid 80s, I'm a renter again. I rented while I was in dental school. After dental school, rented for a few years. Then we bought a house. And since then, I've been a homeowner, which is good, but I think you have a lot of flex. Now that I'm older and want to move around some, maybe you have a lot more flexibility when you're renting. And I have no problem. People say that, oh, you're throwing money out the window. I don't necessarily agree with that at all. If you do the math oftentimes renting over the long haul can be cheaper than owning. It really can be. I've done the math. Trust me. Okay, let's see if we have any questions. Chuck, so yeah, this is actually green tea I'm drinking right now. I don't know if you can. Oh, I'm spilled. I love green tea. I love coffee also, but at night I generally have a nice warm or hot cup of green tea. It's just, especially on a cool evening, it just feels so good. No, Mark, it's all good. I'm kidding. I'm giving you a hard time. Somebody earlier said that, Dave, you're really funny. I'm just trying to be funny, but I'm not funny, but I try to be funny sometimes. Does anybody else have any questions? Let me think. Let me see if anybody's asking. Currently traveling from South Florida to Oregon and back. If you're coming through, and if anybody's coming through Salt Lake City, if you're driving through or RVing through or coming through Salt Lake City, let us know. And Yoko and I are oftentimes not here, but if we're here, we'll see if we can get together for a cup of hot tea or something like that. Okay, so question. Anybody have anything for me? I'll answer the next question that comes up on the board right now if you come up with a good question, as long as it's a good question. As long as I am smart enough to answer it, because I'm not all that smart. We did a video on Salt Lake City. Loved it there. Blue Wave. Let me tell you something. I lived on the East Coast all my life. I've traveled all over the world, definitely all over the U.S. Salt Lake City is a beautiful, really, really cool city. I really mean that. I shouldn't be publicizing it because if we get tons and tons and tons and tons of more people, it's going to get overpopulated. And, well, keep it a secret. Don't tell anybody. Salt Lake City is really cool. I mean, we've got water. We've got mountains. We've got desert. We've got national parks. It's I don't want to use any expletives, but let's just say it's effing awesome here. It's just so cool. Blue Wave, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody on the outside. The Salt Flats, I saw those for the first time actually a couple of years ago. Just amazing. I didn't even know there was anything like that. And a couple of days ago, Yoko and I took a drive up north of Ogden, about an hour north of Salt Lake City. We went to a place called the Crystal Hot Spring. Crystal Hot Spring. Google it if you want to check it out. Crystal Hot Spring. They say that it is the most mineralized hot spring in the world. It's got all kinds of healing properties, and we had an awesome time there. And guess what? I got in for a senior citizen rate, over 60, $7 for the day. I could bathe in this hot spring for $7 for the entire day. Yoko, being so young, she's not that young, I'm kidding, but it cost her $9. $7 and $9. We had a full day of just incredible hot tub soaking, hot spring soaking, I should say. And I feel healthier now, healthy with all the minerals all throughout my body. Desmond, you know I'm over 60. So Des, you know that, Des. Don't stop the BS. I don't want to hear any BS. Yeah, I know. Where was I? I had somebody carded me for being a senior citizen, and I try to get, if I go somewhere and they have a senior rate. So when I showed them my Utah driver's license, it says I'm 64 years old. They took a double take. They could 64, 60. No, you're not. I said, yeah, I'm 64. I'm old. I'm very old, but I feel great. I'm going to a physical therapist for my leg injury, which is getting much better. I actually did a run today. First time in like a while that I could run comfortably without pain. I'm feeling really good, guys, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, Johnny. When people say that I'm over 60, I am though. I'm over 60. I'm 64, but I'm feeling great. And the things I attribute it to is my life here now in Salt Lake, of course, but we just moved here fairly recently, so I can't attribute everything. My genetics, of course, my bracelets, my beads that give me energy from Desmond, my beads from Desmond, and RVing, of course, the lifestyle of the RVer, just out on the open road, making anything your backyard for one night or for 1 month or for a season. It doesn't matter. It's just a great lifestyle. We are so happy with this lifestyle. It's incredible. Robert Sample, look great for 64. You guys are either blind, lying, or extremely kind. And whatever you are, I appreciate it. I do appreciate it because, I feel really good with my RV family here. So thanks a lot for that. Long sleeve t-shirts. I'm not sure what the question is. Is there a question about long sleeve t-shirts? I'm not sure if there's a question. So Dave, RV Trader got some nice Class B rigs. Seen a couple of good deals today. How many years did you practice dentistry? I practiced dentistry for 13 years, Tom. And then what I did, I started another business. While I was a practicing dentist, I started a business as a dental speaker, coach, consultant. Had some some products to help dentists become more successful. And that has been going for about 30 years now. 30 years doing that side of dentistry, the coaching and consulting side. Robert says, look up for a couple questions. Oh, I don't see any questions up on the ceiling, Robert. Look up where? Where am I looking? Oh, here. Oh, let me see if I can scroll back. Let's see. Questions. How How many loans should I take out? Okay, so Roads of Life says, how many loans, funny, not, yeah, look, I'm funny, Robert, I'll tell you right now, I'm funnier than you, guaranteed, funnier than Robert, Roads of Life, guarantee that. So, so he asks, how many loans should he take out to buy an RV? Does anybody, I'm gonna kill myself. Somebody's asking me how many loans to take out for an RV. The answer is right here. 0. I believe in Japanese, the word is malu, I think. Yoko, is 0 malu? She can't hear me. Malu. 0. Do not borrow money to buy an RV. Buy what you can afford and pay cash for it. If you don't have cash for it, then save up. But taking out a loan for an RV, please, you're killing me. Don't do it. As a matter of fact, okay, so I'm going to tease Tuesday's show. You know, I have a show that comes out, and this is a live one on Sunday evenings, but we have a regular show that comes out every Tuesday. It's pre-recorded, comes out on YouTube, on my channel, The RV Dummy. This Tuesday, we're doing a show. We say we because it's going to be a special. I don't want to even tell you much more about it. It's going to be very special. I want you to watch it. But one of the most common questions I get is, can I afford this RV? Can I take a loan out? And we're going to be addressing this exact question and explaining to you why or why not you should take a loan out for an RV. So it's going to be a really special show with a special person helping me with this. Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. It's published 9 a.m. Eastern every Tuesday. A brand new show comes out. I used to do them totally haphazardly. Now we've gotten into a groove where it seems to really work. One a week, Tuesday, 9 a.m. That way you're not inundated with like 5 or 6 new shows. It was getting to be too much for me and too much for you too. You don't want to watch a brand new video of me you don't want to do it. I know you don't have to say anything. I know you don't, it's too much. It's too much. So every Tuesday, 9 a.m. Eastern, translate that into your time zone and you can figure out when it comes out. And please give me a little like when you can. Mark is saying, so Blue Wave Odyssey, goodbye, gotta go. Goodbye, Blue Wave. Thanks so much for being with us. We really appreciate it. Mark Wiener is saying, Dave, and by the way, Lashana Tova, Mark, and to anybody else that is that knows what that means, Lashana Tova. But Dave, some people may think that they can take a loan and write off the interest on their taxes. Well, that may be true if it's a great question, Mark. Really good question. Let me address that for a second. It may be true if it's classified as your home. Mortgage interest is tax deductible in most cases. Mortgage interest is tax deductible. So if it's classified as a home, it is possible you could deduct the interest. But that's only a small deduction. It's not going to change the fact that you've committed yourself to a 10 or a 20, or I've seen even 30-year loan for something with a motor in it that's going to rust and depreciate. That is the most ridiculous thing ever. Please, I'm trying to help you. Again, I'm not trying to be an elitist that you have to be wealthy, because you don't have to be wealthy to have an RV. You don't. But you have to be able to be sensible enough to buy what you can afford. And if it means buying, like Roads of Life, Robert was saying he's looking for a used one. I think that's really smart. But look for a used one that you can afford to pay for outright, and don't finance it, because again, it's risky. It's not financially savvy. It's not smart, because it's going to go down in value while you're still paying this thing off many, many, many years down the road. It doesn't make any sense at all. I don't care what an RV salesman tells you. It does not make sense. Please listen. Please. Did I get my point across? So yeah, Robert, Roads of Life, it's absolutely true. 20-year loans are insane. I think any loan for an RV is insane, in my opinion. In my opinion, any loan, you should just be buying something you can afford to pay cash for. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm only trying to give you good, sound financial advice. Let's see. Dave, I don't recommend it, but second home, I agree, it's not a good idea. Right, Mark. Yeah, again, The only thing that I'm kind of jumping ahead of myself because I'm going to be talking about this on the show on Tuesday. So we'll put that to the side. We are talking about that on Tuesday on the show. So it's going to be a really, really, really good one. Rose of Life. Don't beat around the bush, Dave. How do you feel? I feel like you should never take a loan out for anything with an engine, wheels, transmission, exhaust. Don't take a loan at the only thing I feel that you can fairly safely take a loan out for is a home, a first home. And also, even having said that, pay it off as fast as you can. Take out a 15-year fixed loan and pay it off and get it done. If you can pay it off earlier, that's even better. Sheesh. Oh my God. What am I going to do with you all? What am I going to do with you all? I don't know. Okay. Any more questions? We're going kind of long tonight, and I'm okay as long as you are. But if you need to jump out and do something else, but before you jump out of here, make sure you give me a like on tonight's video. Please give me a like. That's your ticket. I don't charge anything, but your ticket is to just give us a thumbs up or a like, a thumbs up. There you go. I saw somebody just did it. That's good. You can never get me riled up. The only people that get me riled, even the people that send me the hate mail, if you came on late, this after my last video, this crazy guy named Mr. Ewing sent me a 3-page dissertation on what I need to change. I'm not making this up. I swear to you, a 3-page dissertation on what I need to change to make my YouTube channel to his liking. I'm not making this up. 3 pages. I printed it out. It was on my channel. I deleted it and blocked him from the channel forever. But in the meantime, I printed it out. And 3 pages of hate telling me, excuse me. See, I get all choked up. Hold on. I'm not kidding you. 3 pages from Mr. Ewing of how I can make my YouTube channel better or to his liking. I've got to follow all of his instructions. By the way, I checked his channel out. How many subscribers does he have? 0 subscribers. And I'm going to take advice from him. He doesn't know how to get the first subscriber. And I'm going to take advice from somebody like that that's kind of sitting on the sideline, dishing out, who has too much time on his hands, who's writing college essays. Like, I couldn't write an essay like this in college. It would take me like weeks. Trying to teach me how to have a better YouTube channel. Like, I feel like if we had a fire going in the fireplace back there, I would use this as kindling and get a fire started. That's how much it meant to me. This is the kind of stuff you have to put up with because you guys are great, and 99.9% of my YouTube viewers and subscribers, like I said, I consider you family. I consider you friends. I would do anything for you. It's like the 1% of like whack jobs out there that are miserable human beings and have no life. They have to write to me to tell me how to make my YouTube channel better in 25 easy steps. It is literally unbelievable what I go through. What I go through to have a regular channel here. It's literally unbelievable. Robert Sample said, look at the question. I would like the answer. So let's see. Where is your question, Robert Sample? Let's see. Let me scroll up. To be fair, let me scroll up. If you asked a question a while ago, let's see. Robert, where are you? Let's see. Robert Sample, where is your question? Wow, it must be way up there. I don't see it. Robert, could you do me a favor? Could you ask it again? I'm really sorry, sir. I don't see your question anywhere. I'm so sorry. So if you ask it again, the one above me. Oh, okay. From Terry. That one, you're referring to that one. Okay, cool. Let's try that. Terry Bradbury says, do you have any trouble getting into parks that don't allow rigs over 10 years old? That's a really good question. I've heard that quite a bit. So Terry, I'm not sure if Terry is a he or she. Doesn't matter. I'm okay with whether Terry is a he or she. It doesn't matter, but I don't want to say he or she because Terry can go either way. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. The name Terry can go either way. Okay, so it's a great question. So here's the answer. Well, here's one way to answer it. My rig, I think mainly what they're trying to do, they're trying to make it so you don't pull up to their campground, their beautiful campground, in a rusted up piece of crap. Otherwise, I don't think they're going to care because, okay, so our rig is over 10 years old. It's a 2007 Pleasureway, but the chassis is actually 2006. So on the registration card, I believe it says 2006. That's the actual chassis. So, okay, so Terry's a lady. I thought, but I just, you can never be 100% sure. So Terry, thanks for clarifying that. So I will tell you this. In the year and a half plus that Yoko and I have had our Pleasureway, and even before that, we had our leisure travel van, which was older. It was a 2000. I will tell you this, and this is only anecdotal from my experience. We never once were questioned about what year it was or how old it was, or you can't come into my campground because it's too old. Never once. So are there any places around the country that will stick strictly to that? Probably yes, but not many. Not many. The main thing, B Mechanic, hey, great to see you. Thanks so much for checking in. Really, really appreciate you. And thanks for saying goodbye. Again, I think they're mainly trying to eliminate the rusted up, dented up, old, cruddy, leaking RVs so they won't dirty up their campground. But if your RV is in really decent shape, which I hope it is, even if it's older, like mine's older, I think you're not going to have any problem whatsoever. So I hope that answers that question. I hope that does help. Richard M. says, that's what I want. Use fifth wheel and use truck. Dave never knew. Dave never knew. I never knew that you wanted a fifth wheel. And I didn't know. Maybe I didn't know you would. But if you want to use fifth wheel and a used truck, go for it. I think for some people, fifth wheels are great. Great for some people. I think they work out really well. They're not. I personally don't want to be towing anything. That's why and nothing that large. So that's why we love our Class B. We just love it. It's perfect for me and Yoko and Boo Boo. But I know a lot of people that have fifth wheels and they love them. And I see them all over the campgrounds and they seem great. So if that's where you want to go for it. Dave never knew. But yeah, I know. I figured it was new. Not new. Dave. Oh. Got it. Sometimes this thing's not working right. Dave never knew. I got it now. Got it. Sorry about that. Terry, I hope that helps you. Again, should be fine. Should be totally fine. Jim, why wouldn't they take a 10-year-old vehicle? Jim, the only reason is there are some campgrounds that just say that, like, their rule is we will not allow you to camp in our campground, in our beautiful campground, unless your rig is less than 10 years old. But again, we've never encountered that problem. We've been to national parks, state parks, private campgrounds, KOAs, never had a problem ever. And both of ours have been over 10 years old, so never had the problem. You're welcome, Robert. Sorry, it took me a while to get back to that. Sorry about that. Sometimes you guys have to put me back on track. That's okay. It's all good. Mark says, Dave, one park manager told us that they wouldn't accept a non-certified RV as in self-build, non-standard RV. I'll tell you something, Mark. I mean, maybe one park manager told you that, but I wouldn't worry about it because, again, that's one person. There might be a few wackos that are running campgrounds that have super, super, super strict policies. But in general, I will tell you, we've never, ever, ever had anybody want to inspect our RV on the way into a campground. Nobody's ever said, like, let me look at it carefully. Let me come in and check to make sure. No, they see you pull up generally. Sometimes they don't even see you pull up, but they generally see you pull up. And I think if the RV looks like it's kept up and it's neat and clean and nothing's broken or leaking at all, you're fine. Now, again, maybe not 100%, but 99%, I think you're fine. I think sometimes we try to make problems out of something that's really not a problem. And again, there might be some campground, maybe like a handful you need to stay away from, but it's not going to stop you from RVing. It's not going to stop you at all. They were worried about electrical. Well, again, some people have too much time on their hands to worry about too many things. Again, nobody's ever asked for any of our electrical certificates or diagrams on the wiring. No, or checking. They've never checked. They never looked. They don't care. We plug the damn thing in, and if it blows the whole campground down, it'll blow it up, not down. If it blows up the campground, so be it. But I've never seen a problem at a campground with it. I just haven't seen a problem like that. I really haven't. Roads of Life. Any ideas about truck campers? I've seen a bunch of them. In fact, they're pretty popular on the road here in Utah. Yoko and I see a lot of them on the road. I don't have experience with them. I've never had one. They look pretty cool. But past that, I can't really comment because I've never had one, and I've never really been inside of one either. But I'm going to make it a point to try to maybe get one. Here's the story in Utah here, especially like in the Salt Lake area. There's so many different types of cool rigs around, and even when I'm walking around the park across the street from our house, we see a lot of RVs parked across the street, and it's almost like I want to knock on their door and say, "I'd love to see the inside. Can I interview you?" I will do it one day because there's a lot of really cool things around here. Roxanne, maybe because they can see your rig is new. My rig looks new. It looks really clean, but it's a 2007. So as long as you keep it up, it looks good. It looks clean. It looks fixed, and and then they're not going to care. But again, ours is over 10 years old. We've never, ever, ever had the problem. Guys, we're approaching an hour here, and I really, really appreciate your energy. If you haven't liked this live stream yet, make sure you click the thumbs up, please. It really will help the channel. If you've not subscribed, if you haven't subscribed yet, shame on you. Every time you subscribe, our cat Boo Boo gets fed. So if we have more subscribers, he will eat more food and longer. So please support the channel, support Boo Boo the cat, who, by the way, is approaching 19. He's a rescue, so we're not sure exactly, but he's somewhere between 18 and 19 years old right now. Robert Sample, thank you very much. Roxanne, thanks for your Mark, if you have a tip to share, please share it right now before I sign off. Now's a great time. Please share it. Mark is a great guy to hang out with and follow because he's really, really, really RV savvy. The guy's smart. So if Mark has a tip, please wait for his tip to come up there. I hope he's typing very quickly right now. The only other thing I have to say, other than thanks for being with me this evening, the Sunday nights are working out really well. I hope you guys like it. I'm going to try my best to keep this going on Sunday evenings. If I can't make a Sunday evening, I'll let you know in advance. And of course, remember the VIP list. I'm going to try to somehow work that out. So send me your phone number to rundrdave@gmail, rundrdave@gmail.com. Send me your phone number. I will start to compile a list, and I'll try to have like a VIP list of people that I contact when I'm going live, or for some reason, if we're not going to be going live or running late or early, I'll try to keep a VIP list going. I haven't figured out exactly the format yet, but I'll try my best to do that. Robert, thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Tammy, you can come in whenever you want. You never have to apologize to me. I know people have very, very busy lives and they come and go, and that's okay. I don't expect people to stay the entire time either. Kind of drop in when you can, say hello, ask a question, help us with an answer, and then go about your business. It's totally cool. I really, really appreciate that. And Tammy, thanks for the kind words. Really, greatly, greatly appreciated. Mark's tip is if you're storing your RV with an LP, with a propane, an LP generator, run the generator and turn off the propane tank. If you're storing your RV with a generator, with an LP generator, run the generator and turn off the propane tank. Does that make sense? Cool advice, Mark. Jim the Dude, who by the way is James Scher, he's the guy that is running BWI Indoor Storage in Baltimore, outside of Baltimore, Maryland. If you're in the area anywhere, I say if you're within 100 miles of BWI Indoor Storage in the Baltimore, Washington International Airport area, it is a great, great indoor storage facility. It's where I stored my rig while I was living on the East Coast. I can't say enough good things about them. They're not paying me a penny to say that. I wish they would, but they're not. But it's a team of professional people that really, really know what they're doing. And again, I totally support them. If I were back in Maryland, I would absolutely 100% be storing my rig in the cold weather in their facility. Rich M, thanks so much. I really appreciate you for being here and for saying that. Guys, I think we're hitting an hour, so I'm gonna probably need to end it, but we'll do this again. I love hanging with you all. I really do. And thanks for your support. Watch my show Tuesday morning that comes out at 9 a.m. Eastern. It's going to be, I think, very special. And I'll give you like a little hint, what I'm going to say, the intro of it. It's going to feel, it might have like a tiny chopped up feel, because I edited out some things that I thought maybe we didn't need to talk about and stuck with really the meat. People say, get to the point, don't ramble, just get it. So I think we pretty much got to the point. It's going to be a really good one with somebody very special. So check that out Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you all. I'll give Boo Boo a hug for you, Terry. Really appreciate that. Jared, always good seeing you, my friend. Always great being with you. I'm going to cut it now. So if I can figure out how to stop it, if not, I can't figure it out, we're just going to keep it going, but I'm pretty sure I can figure out how to stop it. So guys, again, really appreciate every single one of you. Have a great night. And Wilma, you too. Wilma, always good to have you on the show too. Thanks so much for all your kind words. Good night. Bye.